Have you ever wondered how Bolivian salteñas are made? Picture this, a delectable baked empanada boasting a sweet crust that encloses a mouth-watering, juicy filling. This, my friends, is a traditional Bolivian salteña, a culinary delight that has won the hearts of many, not just in Bolivia, but across the globe. It's a favored choice for breakfast and lunch in Bolivia, where it's savored for its unique combination of flavors. Today, we'll unravel the secret to making this delicious Bolivian treat. Firstly, let's talk about what you'll need. As with any recipe, the magic of Bolivian salteñas lies in its ingredients. For the dough, gather up some all-purpose flour, a touch of sugar, and a good amount of butter. Trust me, the butter makes all the difference. Now let's move on to the filling. Traditionally, you can use either beef or chicken. You could even go vegetarian if you fancy. But today we're sticking with the classics. Along with your meat of choice, you'll need some onions, peas, and olives. But the real star of the show is the ají amarillo. This special yellow pepper is a staple in Bolivian cooking, and it really gives the salteñas their unique flavor. It's a bit of heat, a bit of sweet, and a whole lot of delicious. Now that we have all our ingredients, it's time to start cooking. The first step is to prepare the filling, the heart of any salteña. This is where the magic happens, where the flavors meld together to create a taste that's uniquely Bolivian. To start, we'll cook our meat. Whether you prefer beef, chicken, or even a vegetarian option, the process remains the same. Cook it gently with a medley of spices. We're talking cumin, paprika, and oregano, all adding their own character to the mix. Once the meat is cooked, set it aside and let it cool. Next, we'll add our vegetables. Traditional salteñas use peas, olives, and boiled eggs, but feel free to experiment with your favorites. Remember, cooking is all about making it your own. Now, for the secret weapon, the gelatin broth. This is what gives salteñas their distinctive juicy filling. We'll prepare a rich broth infused with the same spices used for the meat. Once it's ready, we'll add gelatin and let it cool until it's jelly-like. Finally, we'll combine everything. Mix the meat and vegetables together, then pour over the cooled gelatin broth. The broth will seep into the filling, making it incredibly juicy and flavorful. This is the soul of the salteña, a burst of flavor in every bite. Once the filling is ready and cooled, we move on to the dough, but that's a story for another scene. For now, let's revel in the beauty of our filling and look forward to the delicious salteñas we're about to create. Now it's time to knead our dough and assemble the salteñas. First, let's tackle the dough. We'll combine our flour, sugar, and salt, followed by our butter to achieve a crumbly texture. Next, we'll gradually add in our water and egg, mixing until we have a smooth, elastic dough. This dough is the canvas for our salteñas, so we want it to be just right. Once we're satisfied with the consistency, we'll let it rest. This allows the gluten to relax and makes the dough easier to work with. Now, for the exciting part, assembling the salteñas. We'll start by rolling out our well-rested dough into a thin circle. It's important to keep the dough thin to ensure a balanced ratio of filling to pastry. Then we'll spoon our delicious filling into the center. Remember, we want a hearty, satisfying salteña, but be careful not to overfill. Next comes one of the most distinctive parts of a salteña, the braided edge. We'll fold the dough over our filling, creating a half-moon shape. Then we'll crimp the edges in a braided pattern. This not only seals in the filling, but also gives our salteñas their signature look. With our salteñas assembled, all that's left is to bake them. Our next step will be transforming these raw parcels of potential into golden, mouth-watering morsels of Bolivian delight. But that, my friends, is a tale for the next scene. Now, we're ready for the final step, baking. Preheat your oven to a cozy 200 degrees Celsius. Pop your salteñas in the oven and let them bake for about 30 minutes or until they turn a beautiful golden brown. But remember, salteñas are known for their hot, juicy filling. So when you take that first bite, be mindful of the steamy surprise waiting inside. And there you have it, delicious Bolivian salteñas ready to be enjoyed. Give this recipe a try and experience a taste of Bolivia right in your kitchen.